And here's one of my favorite ones to shift away from. Have to. Have you ever thought about how the words that you could use could shape your mindset from scarcity to abundance? Welcome to Mindfulness Monday, here to give you an empowering start to your week in a quick, impactful, and enjoyable way. Now let's dive in. The concept of the scarcity versus abundance mindset is a powerful one. And I find it astonishing how much our words can influence our perception, the way you think and feel about yourself. The world all around is deeply connected to the words you use and has a major impact on your life. When we focus on scarcity, we tend to operate from a place of lack and limitation versus abundance that opens us up to endless possibilities and opportunities. Scarcity thinking can have a profound impact on self esteem. When you start to focus on what you don't have, you could start to believe that you're not worthy of it or deserving of that thing that you want or intend. Beginning to doubt yourself, your abilities, your worth. And this can lead to that never-ending cycle of negativity and self-doubt. Some could call this a vicious cycle. However, let's dial it back a notch. Let's call it a challenging cycle. It's essential that you break that challenging cycle if you intend to live that abundant life. That is your birthright. A scarcity mindset is rooted in fear and lack, and it could hold you back from living your best life. By recognizing this pattern and making a conscious effort to shift that focus. And how do you shift that focus? By the words you choose to speak. You can start to break free from the limitations of scarcity thinking and step into your birthright of abundance and possibilities. Now, let's dive into some of those phrases. I'll never be able to afford that. I'm not enough. There's just not enough time. All these examples of how we say something can is reinforcing the scarcity thinking. These phrases may seem harmless, but have a huge impact on our mindset and our reality. By continuing those scarcity style phrases, ultimately makes these into a self-fulfilling prophecy that only serves to limit you further. Now, let's unpack a little bit more. Let's take that phrase, I'm not good enough. That one is one of the classic examples of scarcity thinking, and it's one that many use on a daily basis. Okay, now let's imagine to flip that phrase on its head and say, I am capable and deserving. The difference is subtle and the impact is amazing. By using words that's empowering and abundant versus the scarcity and lack, you can start to shift your mindset and your focus about what is possible rather than what's lacking or who's lacking. Another one of those common phrases of scarcity that had mentioned earlier that I'll unpack here a bit more is there's just not enough time. This phrase is often used to justify lack of productivity or progress. What if you were to reframe it? I have all the time I need to succeed. This simple shift in your words can help you focus on what is possible and create that sense of abundance versus that sense of scarcity. Okay, now I can kind of feel that there's possibly a little resistance around this phrase. Like, Sonia, you don't know my schedule. You don't know what I have going on from day in to day out. And you're right. And what if you just attempted to play along for the next 3 days? Saying that phrase, I have all the time I need to succeed. And also keep this in mind, what you focus on, you get more of. probably thought I was going to say what you focus on expands. With the shift of speaking this way, helps to focus the mind on what is possible. And here's one of my favorite ones to shift away from: have to. When you say have to, it's implying that you have a lack of choice in the matter. It frames that task as a to do, as a pain and a force, potentially increasing stress. And here are some more abundant and empowering phrases you can choose instead. I choose to, I get to. And this other one, when I heard it phrased this way, I was like, wow, this is like super energizing. I'm blessed to. By recognizing the words that you choose to say could reinforce scarcity thinking, you can choose to make a conscious effort to shift more towards abundant and empowering words. Now, this isn't about ignoring challenges or difficulties that may be going on in your life right now, but rather to approach and focus from a place of possibility and empowerment. When you choose to speak words that are abundant and empowering, you start to see things in a new light. And this is where the transformation happens. Because now your speaking helps you align with what is possible versus the scarcity. Now, here are two anonymous quotes to kind of keep mindful of too. The tongue has no bones, but it's strong enough to hurt a heart. So be careful of your words and realize too that heart's just not others, it's your own too. Our words have the power to shape reality, create focus and clarity. Now, I really challenge you to practice being mindful with the words you use, because the words you choose to use has the power to shape your mindset from scarcity to abundance. And realizing what we say could reinforce that scarcity thinking and making that conscious effort to shift towards abundance. Now, keep empowering that mindset. And now that you know how to verbally switch from scarcity to abundance with your words, and if you'd like to explore some other powerful ways to use your words, then go ahead and check out this video next.